here's an example of one of my pocket applications. I have another one here that's on the side, and it has just like a little, it's actually just a big old bound buttonhole. And that's sort of one of my signature pockets. In fact, I'll show you here in one of my wallet patterns. Here's another pocket, and then there's one here on the outside. And these are just really fun to do. So let me show you how to do these. And I actually got another one inside here too. So I'm going to show you a couple different pocket insertions with your zippers. So the first one, what I did is I drew a box that was a 1/2 inch wide by whatever the length of my opening was going to be. And I'm going to just make a little insert here, a little opening here. So I'm going to lay this on the top here. So I've cut my zipper box. My zipper box is about 1 inch shorter on each side than my actual fabric. Again, it depends on what size you want it, but I always usually cut my zipper about 1 inch longer on each end. You don't really need a whole inch on each end, but sometimes because you're sewing blind, it might shift a little bit, and I want to make sure it's going to catch on both sides, and I'll have plenty on both sides, and then I'll just trim off the excess. So we're going to take this over to the machine. I'm going to use a different foot for sewing this zipper, and actually I'm going to put on my regular open toe foot for right now. But when I sew the zipper in, I'm going to use the Teflon narrow zipper foot. This has a nice slick bottom and it's nice and skinny, and you'll see why I use that one for this particular technique. So I'm just going to sew the box. Here's something really important when you're sewing this box. Do not ever start and stop in the corners. That's one of the big don'ts. And you want to start along one long side. So I'm going to put my needle down right on my mark. Put my presser foot down and stop when I get to the corner of my box. Okay, here's one of the important things to remember is what I'm going to do is I'm going to count how many stitches it takes to get to the bottom side of my box. So I'm going to count my stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it looks like it's over the box just a little bit, so that's why I counted my stitches, because when I get back to this end I want to count stitches again, because if I do 5 stitches or 7 stitches the box is going to look wonky, so I want to make sure to do 6 stitches. And depending on your stitch length and the size of your box, it could change. It might not be 6. So now I'm sewing just a little bit to the right of the box, but I'm going to stay to the right of the box because if I try to get back on the line my box is going to be wonky. And pivot. Here's the other big don't. When you get to the corner of your box, do not, if you overshoot that corner, do not backstitch and then turn your corner. If you overshoot the corner, stop, take the stitches out, back up a couple inches and redo that corner. Because if you backstitch and you have that little go down and that little jig sticking out of that box, it is not going to turn. So we want to pivot on that corner, and we're going to count my 6 stitches. There's 6, and back on the line. And when we get to where we started right here. You might not, it's kind of hard to see because the thread's the same color. We're going to go past about 1 inch overlap. We're not going to stop at the start. We're not going to back stitch. We're just going to overlap. So if you can see, there is my box. This probably shows it better on the wrong side than on the right side. The next step is to cut that box open. So what I'm going to do is take my ruler, and you can use your scissors or you can use your rotary cutter. If you're going to use your rotary cutter, just be careful. I'm going to put that on the 1/4 inch line because this is a 1/2 inch box and that's the middle. And I don't want to cut past that Y, so I'm just going to cut down very carefully and stop. Then using my snippet scissors, I'm just going to snip a little more, go into that corner and snip to the corner but not through the thread. Snip into the corner but not through the thread. By the way, I didn't mention it earlier, but these little snippet scissors with this notch, they're TSA friendly, so you can take them on an airplane. So if you like to sew when you're flying or travel with some of your scissors, these are TSA friendly. So now we're ready to turn it right side out. So we need our iron. I'm going to push this up to the side with the iron and then push the other side over. And then we're going to pull everything to the back. And we're going to press it down flat. Let me just pin that with my stiletto out of the way. And there's our right side, and you can see how nice and smooth that window looks like. So that makes just a lovely pocket opening all by itself, but we want to put a zipper in there because this is all about zipping it up, isn't it? Unlike the other zipper insertions where we sewed the zipper in first and then put the slide on, this one we're going to put the slide on first and then we're going to sew the zipper. And that's why I'm going to use that narrow zipper foot, because that narrow zipper foot is going to get me right where I want to go. And the Teflon coating on the back is going to keep it from sliding around. So I'm just going to lay this in position. Here's something you haven't seen me do yet, or not much. I'm going to actually take a couple pins out, and I'm going to pin. And I want to just line that zipper centered over that box opening. I'm going to pin it here. And I'm going to pin it here. And I want to make sure there's plenty of zipper sticking out at both ends, and it looks like it's good. Put this nice skinny little foot on with its Teflon coating, and then we're going to move our needle using our left right needle shift. Okay, so now we're going to start near the corner, and I'm going to put the needle down, and I'm just going to sew just a little bit here. I'm going to sew not quite to the slide, okay? And stop, and then I'm going to open it back up and continue. Sorry, skated off there. We're going to pivot. And pivot again. And then we're going to sit back down this way. And clip our threads, and now we have a zipper pocket opening.